I'm back. God, it's been since last year. It's 2024. I've turned 30. This video is brought to you by the color orange, apparently. Not this company, although their ciders are fucking good. This is a kind of funny figure. So, so she's been kind of up and around recently, right? Been here and there, and where art thou? I've had it open, let me see. Hallow's Eve, Janine Godbe. She's actually a surprising character, because as much as the Amazing Spider-Man currently and here and there in the past has been she's actually pretty cool. A lot of the stuff that was done in the Amazing Spider-Man along with her character was but she has this amazing, here's issue 5 from Leave Comic Geeks, which is a site that I use a lot. Hallow's Eve by Erica Schultz with Michael Dowling and Brian Reber on colors. This shit caught people off guard with how good it was. You see here, we have a 93% rating. That's pretty much the lowest that the whole series got through these 5 issues. And look, what a cute Hellfire Gala edition by Ben Gal. The character herself, of course, is sorry for the noise of my fans moving on the phone. She is the daughter of a supervillain herself. This editor should be fired for not writing Ghoul Friend there. I think for obvious reasons, that's a fail. Liam, RIP, but that sucks. You missed your opportunity there, Liam. Ghoul Friend. She is a Ghoul Friend. Ben Reilly, who at the time, you know, he's been a million. He was, back when I first started reading Spider-Man, or tried to, did not work out for, I think, obvious reasons. He was the Jackal. Superior Spider-Man was a thing. Dan Slott was writing. There was a little person who he was in love with, who also has my name, if I recall. So that's obvious reasons I didn't get into that one. It was really confusing. This bit here they have on the website was actually written by Kelly Thompson. In the 2018 Spider-Man, she did most of, it seems, the Janine Godbe, whose name is also somehow, I haven't figured this out yet, Elizabeth Tyne. I haven't read her whole wiki page, but I'm getting there. If I really get into her character, I might do a reading order. By the way, X-Men 97 fans, R.I.P. No, not R.I.P. Respect the Goblin Queen. R-E-S-P-E-C-T is what I was going for. The Goblin Queen, I have her, like, all the information you could ever want to know about her at Marvel Comics on my website, linked, I'm sure, in the description, probably. But anyway, justice for Madelyne Pryor. So, oh look, Madelyne Pryor. Bum, bum, bum. So this actually is describing this here, which is pretty funny. This is pretty much post or vaguely around the time, I think it was, of the Hellfire Gala this year. Just let me get the history out and then we can get into the figure, because the figure's going to go probably pretty quick. This issue for the Janine part of it, because she goes by Janine Godbe now, right? I believe it's Godbe, not Godbe. That would be weird. So Janine Godbe, she is Hallow's Eve now. The various masks she puts on, she can take on different forms of, you know, terrorism or whatever she wants to do. I like the ones that her face transforms, like, and maybe she gets, like, some of the powers, but I don't like it when the whole body transforms. I feel like that's a little extra. I don't know. But anyway, this one, also Erica Schultz, Michael Dowling, and Brian Reber. This has, if I'm not mistaken, holy shit, I don't even remember. Was this the right issue? It's possible. But anyway, the issue that I'm thinking of, that may or may not be this issue, she winds up going to the Limbo Embassy, which is ruled by the Queen, the Goblin Queen, and the Queen of My Heart, Madelyne Pryor. I'll go ahead and do that because I did like this issue a lot. Excuse me. She gets to her boyfriend, who is Chasm, right? He is now Chasm, Ben Reilly. And let's see, there we go. That's fucking stupid. Don't even get me started. Phil Noto art. Anyway, She gets to him in his cell where he's been kept in limbo. It's a long story. Go read Dark Web, or rather don't. I have summaries, I think, on my podcast. I think I got that far in the podcast. But yeah, so she goes to get him out of the limbo embassy, and she does. She gets him. But it also happens to be the night that Peter Parker decided to break in, and he cannot fucking help himself. He talks to Madelyne Pryor, outing himself as being there, broken in. And so Madelyne is like, you know what, fuck this situation, snaps her fingers. Everybody in the limbo goes back to where they're supposed to be, the limbo embassy, which includes Janine and Ben, aka Chasm, who were just escaping. Ben gets back into his cell, Janine gets kicked out along with Peter, so fuck, basically was what their reactions were. So close, yet so far. It was really interesting that Hallow's Eve 1 through 5, the 5-issue series, was very much like a noir mystery, which was really awesome to read. That is very much, in my opinion, Erica Schultz's style that she's taken on with her, and it fits somehow very, very well. So anyway, I think that covers everything I wanted to say about Janine / Hallow's Eve. Let's get going. We're not sponsoring anyone here. So, I cut the bottom open. I love the picture they chose here. There's only one flaw. Obvious flaw is that the red of the hair does not match the shit-ass orange that they gave her here. I told you it was going to be a short review. Oh, let's see what it says on the back. Hang on, hang on. Can you see it? Armed with a bag of superpowered Halloween masks. That just sounds lame as shit. I'm sorry. Janine Godbe is on a mission to evade the police and free her beloved Ben Reilly as Hallow's Eve. Yep, see, that's the whole thing. The free her beloved Ben Reilly, who is Chasm. She's freeing him from where? The Limbo Embassy, where Madelyne Pryor is. Also, hang on a second. Obviously, I was just talking about the X-Men 97 series and Madelyne Pryor. That episode 3, is the one that just premiered local time, you know? So there you go. This is not Marvel. Also, it's funny, this was skin in the actual show. Maybe made it not skin. Maybe I'll try to paint match that and fix it, because inaccurate. But anyway, I didn't do a thing on her because I was fairly right with my prediction that there was actually no Madelyne Pryor. There's no one with her memories, experiences, having been a pilot, having worked with the X-Men as a human, etc., etc., etc. And I was right. I was right. That's not a thing. Spoiler alert, I guess. But she took on the name, and so blah, blah, blah. I won't go more into that now, because you don't come here for that. You came here for Hallow's Eve. Oops. Ignore my tiny trash can. Box. We're not going to do a whole lot with this because I can already tell there's not a whole lot to be done with it. This thing just kind of loops. It just sits here, it looks like. Just kind of sits here. Super shitty. I'm sorry, you know how I feel about Marvel Legends, but I love these characters. So I guess fuck me. It does have the detail here. It's really the only detail they gave it, aside from the generic splotches they give. She looks so much more yellow in my camera. That's so funny. I guess it's kind of more accurate to how it looks. I don't know. They could have done a ton of color wash to bring out the detail that is there on some of these parts. Why can't this stay up here? But anyway, they're never going to give us a Goblin Queen or Madelyne Pryor for the Marvel Legends comic series, like the regular. So this is going to be the best Madelyne I ever get. And it's not even Madelyne, it's just Goblin Queen. Ugh, because Madelyne isn't the Goblin Queen. She lost those powers when she gave the thing back to Sinister. She did come with 2 of those. I thought that was cool. Again, you're not here for that. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I am concerned what she would look like with this hood off. Because I feel like they may have done that awful thing where they don't put detail in underneath. I'm actually shocked with how badly this scarf thingy is staying on her too. She has standard feet, which actually, I will say one thing about this figure. Shit, it's not that figure. What was it? Oh god, it was Lady Mandarin. Hang on a second. So Lady Mandarin also came out recently. We'll just call it all three of them, okay? It's going to be all three of them. She has a fantastic face. Her other face is really the one that you should see. Fucking hell, it is amazing. The thing that really impressed me on Lady Mandarin is that my husband is usually the one who goes through and puts these dark lines in the gaps of the panels. They call it panel lining, right? This was already done. Didn't have to do that. Kind of shocking, the effort they put in. The only thing is that this cape is completely immobile, and so you can't really do much. But you don't want to take it off because that's that's like 90% of the look, right? And they actually did some really cool, or rather decent, I should say, hair shading, however you want to say that. Cool little power hand, standard. They need to make up some new magic and psychic effects because they've been reusing the same ones for like over a decade now. Shit gets old fast, or at least it has now, at least. Anyway, what I wanted to show you about this figure, in comparison especially to these other two, well, at least to Goblin, fucking the other one, Hallow, because she obviously has the standard hellish heels that she's honestly using a lot of her cape, because this part of the cape hits the ground, so that's like a lot of what she's using to stand there. Hallow's Eve has the 100% standard Marvel Legend female lady feet. Now, she got a little bit of an upgrade in the toesies. Look at that, you see? So you can see where the addition was even put on. It's almost comical, the fact that this line here, where you see this extra little, almost, stop focusing on Madelyne. I know she's hot, but come on. You see the extra little heel and that line there, boop, 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 boop. That is precisely where the shoe usually ends. And so that chunk beneath this line is what they added on to Lady Mandarin's shoe. Potentially because, yes, she has this bulky ass cape and the hairpiece going to the side. Quite a lot of plastic going on here. I mean, she's got a little bit, they could have made more effort and to make it more plastic, make this thing a little bit more interesting, give her hood some kind of thing that doesn't look like a terrible orange hairpiece. Sorry guys, you just keep falling over. My point is, this is the kind of upgrade that we should have been seeing years ago. Before she still doesn't stand. This is upgrade we should have been seeing years ago. Also, I just seeing this, I forgot to mention earlier, they could not be bothered to continue the panel lining around the back. Could not be fucking bothered. Oh, well. Anyway, so Lady Mandarin, Psylocke, Quanin. Honestly, I'm not sure who's in the body at this point in time. I want to say it's Quanin and Psylocke, right? Not Betsy. That feels like it's probably true. One more look at cartoony face of not Madelyne Pryor. Fucking bitter about that. This was totally skin in the show. Although this was a little lower. It was more like booty shorts, the way they give like volleyball players. Looking sad. Professional sports players have to wear. The men don't. And then that was all skin, yeah. But anyway, aside from the shitty feet, this is a pretty I mean, I guess even including the shitty feet, this one was pretty to be expected. The face does look a lot better. I don't know, in the box, her face looked weird, but now I'm holding it in my hands, it looks better. She came with 2 of these, and she came with some other hands. She came with baby Nathan, who she birthed, motherfucker. Jean Grey has never given, you know, regular Jean Grey has never given birth to a child, ever, bitches. I don't dislike her. I do not dislike her. I just hate that she's portrayed as passing out all the time after she does her powers. We're talking about Jean Grey now. Anyway, back to Janine Godbe. I think we kind of really went over this pretty quickly. Let's see the heads. Is going to be the last thing. Everything is pretty much, yeah, this is going to be, I assume, exactly what I expect. And what I expect is nothing. Ideally, whoops. So she carries these masks, right? These are just 2. These are the ones that I'm cool with. You know, she takes on the bitey of a vampire. or slash Dracula, whatever you want to call that, or she takes on the whatever this guy would have as a devil. Pitchfork? I don't know. I don't like the werewolf one. If it was just her head turning into a werewolf, that would be different. But anyway, so these are supposed to go in her bag. That's why she carries the satchel. It has like a bunch of these. Stop that. It has a bunch of these in there. But obviously, you can't open the satchel, which is, I hate to say unsurprising, but it's unsurprising. And we're not going to be able to stick this on her fucking face either, because you can't even get, I mean, does that count? I don't think that counts. It's like wedged. Let's see if I can do it with this one. Yeah, no, that's not even how that's supposed to go. It just happens to stick on there. Yeah. So technically you can get this face to stick on there. But I think that's just because it happens to clip very slightly under the hood. If you move the hood, it pops off. Oh, Bubba. Oh, there we go. No, it's already falling. Things that we're going to do with this figure, and then maybe I'll do a figure tour video once we get some things done. Because things are very different now in our setup. Obviously, we're going to do a darker red wash on the hair because her hair is not the same color as her outfit. No one in comics has this color hair, honestly, I don't think. And the monotone is terrible. We also have the, I mean, I guess the pumpkins I might try to do. I don't know. But the face, I'm going to do a slight gray wash across the face. I hate the hood moves. It looks terrible when it moves. Slight gray wash across the face so that we can get the detail that you can hardly tell is even there of her evil grin, and all of that. Get that to pop a little bit, and so you can actually see more than just a whitewashed, you know, literally just a white face with some spots. But anyway, glad to have a Hallow Z figure. And then just hands, you know, standard shiz. These are some of the figures that have come out recently. I don't really have much to say. I mean, if you want to see Lady Mandarin, there's not really much to say. She's got triple or double joints. Say triple joints, that'd be wild. A really cool other head. I could show you the other head, but I don't feel like getting up, frankly. Madelyne Pryor is this. Who cares about baby Nathan, honestly, so I'm not going to show you him. He's also in the other room. Where did that other mask go? Shit. Oh, it fell down here. Got it. But fun stuff. What a trio of ladies. Holy fuck. And this is actually from Spawn, but Adam was using it to set up Goblin Queen. Not Madelyne. Not bitter. This was about Janine. Totally.